guys, I'm Jen, the Canine Behaviourist at Progression, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my top 5 lockdown tips. So we're going to start with number 5. So number 5 would be to make sure that your dog is not completely overwhelmed with everybody at home. So if you're homeschooling or you're now set up office in the dining room, make sure that your dog has a place to go, whether that be a den that may be covered up if you're still using a crate. So leave the door open, cover it over, and just let your dog have their safe space. So it's kind of a no kids zone. This is my dog's chill out area. It's really important because their routine has changed. We're at home, our routines have changed, and so we've got to make sure that our dogs have their own place and their own time to settle. Stops overexcited puppies, stops overstressed dogs, and just tries to keep a little bit of balance for them. So that's number 5. Number 4 is when you're out at the park. Everyone seems to have a dog at the moment, and obviously all we can do is exercise. So all those people walking their dogs, and your dog suddenly becomes either the social jerk of the park or they don't like other dogs coming up to them, so they might become a little bit reactive. Or it could be that you're just having to get too close to people to try and grab your dog and take them home. So this is the perfect time to start doing your recalls. Start owning your dog. So whether you're practicing with your dog on a line, you can get 5 meters, 10 meters, 20 meters training lines. Just make sure they're clipped to a nice harness, a nice well-fitting harness, so that we don't hurt the dog. And then start using your recall practice. So it could be that playing with next door's dog is worth £100. You've got to come in with that £200 and be much better. And that's where things like Primula can come in, or hot dogs, or chicken, or anything you like. I even have a dog that works for carrot. So it's completely up to you and whatever motivates your dog. That's tip number 4. Tip number 3, make sure that your dog is getting lots of enrichment. We're seeing dogs at the moment that are getting, maybe because they're a bit stressed, we're seeing some destructive behaviours, we're seeing some digging, we're seeing a lot of barking, and we've got to just make sure that all of that kind of pent up energy is released in a nice, safe way. So that's where your Kongs and all your other enrichment toys are coming in, and in the next few videos we're going to be showing you how to make your own Snuffle mat, which will be brilliant for those dogs that like to use their nose and like to forage for their treats. It's a really awesome one, and I'm going to show you how to make your own one, which is even better. So that's tip number 3. Tip number 2, we're all going to change soon. We're all going to go back. Our routines are going to change again. Our dogs are going to be left if the kids are going back to school, or if we're going back into the office, or whatever it is you guys do. We need to make sure that we use this time now to prepare our dogs for that inevitable being left at home. So make sure that when you're in there, you can sit up, you can use your Kong, you can put your Kong, stuff it with something awesome, make a really awesome stuffed Kong for your dog. Pop that in another room, so far away from you. So it could be that this is in the living room and I'm gonna be in the kitchen, I'm gonna be doing something. Get your dog used to having their time away from you. So if you're using your office, for example, and you're working during the day, make a point that maybe during the day you set your dog out with their nice tasty reward or scent mac, and they're in the living room while you're in your office, or the kids are homeschooling at the dining room table. And it just prepares them to have that little bit of time alone. Allow access to you, so your dog can still access you whenever they need, but you need to just build them up so that they learn that actually being on my own isn't too bad, but I can go off if I want to. And it just gets them ready for, unfortunately, those days that we're all having to get back to normal and we have to kind of say goodbye to our little furry pets during the day. If we don't prepare them, the fallout is going to be huge. So we want to help our dogs not suffer with separation anxiety. Okay, and so my number 1 tip is get training. There's so many things that you can do with your dog. So we're doing an online dog club. You do not have to wait till lockdown lifts. You do not have to wait until you can go back to a training hall. You can do this in your pajamas. You can do it in the comfort of your own home. And most dogs are actually performing much better because the distractions are less. The environment is kind of less appealing, less over-arousing. So instead of you standing there and your dog running off wanting to say hello to everyone or barking or just not focusing, you don't have that problem. You'll be practicing in your own home. So just make sure that you're not leaving it until you have any problems. Okay, great. I really hope that's helped anybody. Follow along on the page because we will be doing daily tips, and obviously if you're a member of the group you know that you can get training advice. We're doing Q&As and we're starting to do our Facebook lives, so don't miss out on all that lovely training. Have a good day.